Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame and Cinnamon Sugar. And in all honesty, I think now because of what just happened, instead of this being a thoughts post while I'm actually driving or whatever, it's going to just be it's just gonna be what a day post. And hopefully if I'm up to it later on, it's going to be a thoughts post. So that like I told y'all before, I'm gonna start discussing some of the shows that I was reviewing that I'm not gonna review anymore, and ones that I never did review or I would talk about from time to time that I want to discuss. So yeah, I'm leaving work. I'm actually leaving work 30 minutes late, but there's a reason for that. So once I hit the road, I will tell y'all all about it. I just gotta make sure I get out this parking lot safely first. Let me make sure I get up out of here safely, because yeah, yeah, I will be right back. Okay, we sitting a little long at this light, but let me get started. Okay, so today was my first day in I don't know how long, when, you know what I'm saying, I haven't worked with my partner upstairs doing what we normally do, right? So this was our first time working together in that capacity in quite some time. So that was pretty cool. We were talking and tell me why he over here talking about you don't need to watch that game, because I'm complaining because I'm supposed to be off from Saturday at the absolute latest, Saturday afternoon, early afternoon, until Tuesday early morning. I go back into work, right? So I'm telling him, you know, I'm pretty much complaining that I have not seen an Alabama football game in I don't know how long. And the fact that my schedule should allow for that, it's mind-boggling to me, and I don't like that. And so he was like, you don't need to see it. Now, I've never talked with him about my football affiliations or none of that. I guess he saw my tag. I guess he saw my tag or something. I don't know. So he know. He already know. Or he's overheard me and this other person talking about it. And so that's how he knows that I'm an Alabama fan. So he was like, you don't need to see it. Y'all gonna win. You ain't missing nothing. Y'all gonna win. I was like, look, don't do this. I was like, don't do this. Y'all don't understand. Like, when we had these kinds of conversations where they be random and like he really be having the same type of energy that I have, I be so here for it. It be so fun. But anyway, he was like, y'all gonna win anyway. Ain't nothing to see. You already know what's gonna happen. I was like, sir. So I got upset because, as everybody knows, even people who don't even watch football in most cases even knows that when the national football situation happened last year, the what is it, National BCS, whatever, child, I don't even remember what child, y'all know what it was. When that happened, Georgia won, and they won nothing against us in 40 some years. It was like 41 years or 42 years. So I brought that up. I was like, no, ain't that no guarantee. I told him, I said, I want to at least see the Iron Bowl. Why you want to see that? I said, look, listen, I understand that Auburn is trash. I understand that Auburn is trash, but every other blue moon, somebody be getting a payoff for something, because they be having the audacity to win and been trash all season. So I don't want to hear that. And so, like, we were going back and forth about that, right? But my thing is this, sir, you and your family, y'all are season ticket holders to national football games, and you be going out of town. So he said for the rest of, well, I think he meant to say for all of October, he ain't really got to be nowhere. But if he didn't mean that, he meant to say that he ain't got to go nowhere this weekend. But anyway, he gonna have to call out and use days, and as it gets closer to Thanksgiving, he gonna be calling out, and he gonna get fired or quit or something, because he's gonna be at the games. Now me, he looking at me like, you trying to see the game. It ain't like you're going to be at the game. I'm like, no. I don't care if I'm not going to be at the game. I don't care if I'm only watching it on the TV. I don't care if we seem to be going to be basically the winner throughout the season. I don't really care about all that. I want to see the game, right? So I'm just like, nah, bro. I want to see. I have not seen Alabama games the way that I used to watch them, and I don't know how long. Like, I can't even begin to tell you when. I started going off the rails with how I was watching it, like, 3-4 years ago, maybe. And I mean, like, random stuff was popping off. Nobody was ever, doing what they need to do when I was at work. So I don't mind working weekends, but let me be off Sunday so that if it's a late game, like they done started having these 8 o'clock games for no reason. If it's an 8 o'clock game, let me be able to be off, take me up a couple of hours to take me a nap, so I can watch this 8 o'clock game, because the 8 o'clock game might roll over into the next day. One day I was working and had to work on that Sunday, so I had already worked that Saturday, came home, tried to take a nap, took a half of a nap, and then I ended up watching the game. The game went into like double or triple overtime. I was like, oh my God, like, I don't have time for this. I don't even remember if we won that game. When I tell y'all, I was so tired. Like, I really was tired. Like, somebody please do something. Like, ain't nobody got time for this. It was like 1-something or 2-something by the time the game was over with. Oh, not y'all not being open. What is today? I think what they did was they forgot to open it up or something, because it's not Sunday. The only time I've seen that like that was when it was Sunday. Now I feel like I should have went home to begin with, because now I got to turn around. I got to do a 3-point turn because y'all got the door blocked. Y'all make me sick. But anyway, my bad, y'all. I done used my gas to come over here. I don't care if it's 5 to 7 minutes away from my job. I still used my gas to come over here, and I could have been halfway to the house. But anyway, y'all, my bad. So, yeah, we were talking about the game and things, and my thing is this. I want to watch the games. I have been watching Alabama football religiously and have been a fan of Alabama football since I was 11 years old. Now, it might sound crazy, but despite the fact that everybody else is an Auburn fan, meaning my mama, my daddy, my brother, and my sister, they are all Auburn fans, I am an Alabama fan. I'm the type of person that I will look at something and I'm like, okay, I see what they got going on. Like, for the longest, like when it came to the NFL, I was very into the Bills, the Buffalo Bills. I had a Buffalo Bills, that little Jack Puff jacket thing. I had one of them. I was into them. They were the underdog. I don't know what they are now, but I'm just saying they were the underdog. So, you know what I'm saying? I be liking what I like. Especially if you're the underdog and I see you got potential, I just be like, ooh, I feel like you can do this, that, and the other. Why this person ain't go? You holding us up for no reason, baby. Anyway, so, and they got the car. Oh, I was about to say, it looked like the car that I'm supposed to get, the SUV. It's not. Anyway, but yeah, we was having that conversation talking about that. So we was having a good old conversation, y'all. Okay, so let me tell y'all, okay. It's too many things that, and then like what coupled with what just popped off, I have to tell y'all all these things. So I'm at work. It ain't even an hour into the shift. Tell me why somebody roll up on me and tell me that somebody who's currently at work, like, it's not that they weren't at work, it was just the fact that they were at work. They're at work, they have 2 broken toes. Sir, why are your toes broken and why are you at work? Now, I don't think I ever told y'all this before, but this particular person, and no, I'm not talking about the person who sexually harassed somebody else. This is one of the new people. He's an alcoholic. You can smell the alcohol coming from his pores. Now, I'm trying to understand if when they did his interviews, the ones that were in person, were they not smelling it? Or, like, what is going on? Did he have some good breath mints at the time? Like, he smells like... I mean, he smells like alcohol, like straight alcohol. It smells like an open bottle of alcohol, and I'm just smelling it. And I'm just like, why are you drinking like this? I don't understand. Like, he seems to be a functioning alcoholic. Like, he hasn't become belligerent towards anybody. He hasn't acted the way that the other guy did when he was at work, and he was clearly an alcoholic. But this guy is a functioning alcoholic, I'm guessing. Anyway, he done broke 2 toes. The other heifer, I think she a lie. I don't remember if I told y'all this or not, but the heifer that stinks, She making it seem like her hand is broke up, hurt up, or whatever. Like, ain't nothing wrong with her hand. She did all this. Now, keep in mind, her hand's supposed to be hurt. She said out of her own mouth, basically, I have to be on light duty. That usually don't work. If they can't see with their own two eyes, or they don't have a doctor verifying that you need to be on light duty for whatever reason, they usually don't do that. Like at my job, 99% of the time, they have to have a doctor to send something, because they usually have a no-fault policy. We don't care why you called out. We don't care why you ain't there. You don't have to say, oh, I had a doctor's appointment, that's why I wasn't coming to work. We don't care. So we never have to present that. So if there's an event where something like this is happening, you then have to say, okay, you talking about you want to be on light duty? Like, they usually do not okay a lot of light duty. And our job, we got a lot of stuff we got to do. Ain't nobody got time, unless you somebody that work in one of the front offices already, ain't doing nothing as it is, ain't doing no heavy lifting, ain't doing no pulling, ain't doing no pushing, ain't doing none of the stuff that we do as it is, then, you know what I'm saying, ain't really no room for you to think that you're going to have that type of a privilege. Like, they have almost nothing that you can do to come in the building. So, yeah. This heifer basically said, I need to be on light duty. Why are you in this lane? Oh, y'all, I wish I could whoop this camera over. I don't understand. It's an 18-wheeler taking up 2 lanes. It's in one of the lanes is a turning lane, and the other lane is the lane that I'm in. And they're just in the lane. And everybody is on the side of it. And I'm like, Lord, please. Please, Lord, when this light turned green, please don't let it go over on nobody. See, the light turned green now. I got to see what's going to happen. Oh, my God. And they done whooped over. And I'm like, Lord, get your behind out the way. We all finna miss the light because of you. Please get on. And then they done whooped over. Look, they whooped over 3 lanes. And they in the way. Lord, you could have whooped. Oh, Lord, the driving. See, they done whooped over. Like I said, they were in 2 lanes. Then they whooped over and crossed over into the 3rd lane, and then whooped back over here into my lane, and then had a turn signal to whoop all the way back over. Let me get past you, because I don't have time for you to come over on me. Because when I was a social worker in Montgomery, Alabama, I had a truck that tried to come over on me, and this person who I ultimately ended up finding out was my cousin, and we were working at DHR together. And I had to tell her, she was driving, and we were almost back to DHR, and I had to tell her that the truck was coming over on us for her to slam on the brakes, because the truck still came over. We over here about to be in the turning lane, and we supposed to come straight. We had like less than 5 minutes left before it was time for us to get back to work. Well, to actually pull up into the parking, the parking space at work. I'm looking like, what is going on? Lord. So anyway, y'all, I really cannot. So anyway, back to what was going on at work. Y'all see how every single day I'm minding my business and something pop off. Some ignorant pop off, and with this traffic, with the drivers here. Y'all, discombobulate a little bit, because I thought that truck was finna come over on somebody, and he almost did. And then he whooped over 3 lanes. I'm like, you cannot see in an 18-wheeler, sir. You cannot see. So why are you whooping over like this? So anyway, y'all. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so like I said, we got a drunk. He done broke 2 toes. The heifer over here lying like her hand is hurt. And I'm like, ma'am, when I actually hurt my hand, they saw with their own 2 eyes. They felt my hand and felt the heat coming up off of it and saw it swell. It was nowhere in comparison to the size of my other hand. So they knew I really actually was seriously hurt. I could not lift anything or touch anything with my hand thinking that I was going to do work. Like, I literally could not do it. But I said to myself, I'm pretty sure it's sprained. I'm not going to do workman's comp. Speaking of, why do people just send me something and then going to say in the paperwork that the incident happened like a couple of days ago? I'm like, wait a minute, baby. This happened like a couple of months ago. What are you talking about? And they said I need to send the paperwork back in. I'm going to have to look over that. And if the dates ain't matching up how they supposed to, which I don't think they are, I'm going to have to let these people know, baby, y'all done threw some random stuff out there that ain't got nothing to do with me. And I was just willing to take my 2 days of non-pay because all I knew I needed to do was to rehab myself. I'm not finna go to the hospital and all they gonna do is tell me to put ice on my hand like I'm already doing. Like, that's why I don't go to the doctor 99% of the time. If I'm going to the doctor or to the hospital, my body is telling me this is something that you can't do on your own. I grew up around so many people who knew home remedies and things that actually could fix me, that was gonna fix me faster and better than what these doctors be having up their sleeve, and they was gonna charge me to show up at the hospital. Like, no, why would I do that when all I know I'm gonna have to do is to ice my hand? And then at my job, it's free for me to see the nurse. The nurse deals with stuff like this all the time. I rehabbed my hand and my hand is pretty much back to normal now. Like, no, I'm not gonna do all that. But this heifer over here, I think, well, some people told me that this heifer's FMLA done ran out, which she shouldn't have got because there's literally nothing wrong with her. We're not even gonna play this game. There's literally nothing wrong with her. She be trying to get over. She saw somebody else not having to come to work and occurrences and stuff not affecting them. So that's the reason why she got her extra day, as if she's been perfect attendance when she has been out. There have been times that she didn't come for like a whole month straight. Then when she's supposed to come, she'll come and leave halfway through the shift. But again, because she has FMLA, they cannot say, oh, we're taking one of your days because of this. Like, no. So that's literally the only reason why she has a job right now, is because she has FMLA. She was supposed to be fired. Ooh, child. Really, before I ever got there. Anyway, so she messed up. There's a lady on a whole nother shift, the older lady I told y'all about before, that instead of spraying in her hand, she broke hers. So she still ain't doing good. I used to see her all the time trying to figure out why did they even have her there, because she looked like she would be aimlessly walking around, an older lady. Even though she was a great worker, she's not anywhere like what she used to be because she broke her hand. So she can't even do nothing. So I'm looking like, why y'all got this heifer in the building? I'm confused. So she out. All these people done got fired. It's too much. Too much going on. So, like I said, I had a great day at work. So fast forward to what happened after I clocked out of work. So I clocked out. So I said, hey, have a good day to the person who is in the staffing office. And so she said, all right, you too. And then she realized that she was talking to me, even though she looked me in my eyes and said, bye. Initially, it's like her memory came back. She was like, wait a minute. And she called my name. And I said, yes, ma'am. And I turned around. And then she told me that somebody in particular was looking for me because I texted them when I was on my last break. This was why. She didn't know that was the reason why she was looking for me, but I knew that was the reason why she was looking for me. So I'm saying to myself, oh, okay, I'm asking on behalf of somebody else a question. Because I be telling these people giving me their numbers and things, don't give me your number if you don't think I'm going to roll up. I'm going to roll up. I'm going to do all types of things. I'm going to roll up. I'm rolling up. I'm calling. I'm texting. I'm doing all of these things, especially if it's going to benefit me and the people that I work with, because y'all working a mule out of us and we tied. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go get some money out because I'm gonna be able to get something for my folks. I was able to do something for them last week, and I'm trying to do it again as a surprise. I ain't gonna tell them this week, but they were very happy. They got their package Monday. The people brought it right up to the door, so I ain't have to worry about whether or not they really got it or not. They did get it. I sent like care package stuff to them. My dad and them send me care packages every year. That stuff be 20 something, 30 something, 40 something, $50 and something. To send them little boxes of stuff because of the postage being outrageous, and put it like that. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do that again this week if I think about it. I'm going to get the money now. It's a matter of me remembering and putting it in my pocket because I don't bring my wallet in nowhere outside of the daggum stove, like what I'm finna go in here and do now. So yeah, let me calm down. The police might be over here because they be doing the most. But anyway, so yeah, that's why I'm taking this little shortcut. I'm about to go to this store so I can get some cash out. Okay, so everybody and their mama fired. They done walked out, quit. We ain't got enough bodies. Y'all working a mule out of us. Projected already for Sunday is everybody who is still on the list that does what we do has to come in. It's mandatory for everybody. I don't care what y'all got going on. I put in my 7th-day form, and I did that already. And the woman told me, and by the way, I got your 7-day off form. I already approved it for you. I said, oh, okay, thank you. Because you already know I'm going to work. Unless I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? Unless something tragic is happening, you know I'm going to be at work. So, we go ahead and approve it. Y'all know I'm good for it. I ain't like these other people. They really will sit up there and volunteer to come to work, and then on their day off, and then say, oh, I can't come, like the heifer who got FMLA. Heifer, that's not fair to us, because you over here inconveniencing us and the shift after us, because you said you was gonna work. But anyway, so like I said, fast forward, I done got out of work, I done clocked out and everything. Like I had to brief the people who were coming in behind us. We were talking, whatever. I clocked out just in time so that I wouldn't get, penalized for clocking out late. So the woman that told me to go find this woman because she wanted to talk to me, I said, okay. So while I'm on my way to go and gather my things, I see somebody who they worked a mule out of. She don't do what I do, but they've been working a mule out of her. She been there like 6 years. She everything. And I tell you, it don't make no sense how much work this woman do. She be setting it off. But anyway, she's not much older than me. So she was talking about putting in her 60 hour, it's a form. You either do 60 hours. If you've reached 60 hours consecutively within your 7 days, you can get within your 5 days. If you do that consecutively, you can have your 2 days off, pretty much, if you do it like that, if you work it like that. And that's how some people like to work it. And so she ain't got no choice but to work it like that, because they done set it off and made it mandatory for her to roll up in there. So she has to work, and it ain't nothing she can really do about it. So I mean, that's how short-staffed they are. You talking about, I thought I was short-staffed. They really short-staffed doing what she do. Like, it's sad. It don't even make no sense how short-staffed they are. But yeah, do I need this? No. But yeah, so I was talking to her and I was like, well, they have a right to say whether or not they can reject it or not. And like, since they're so short-staffed, when I say short-staffed, they're supposed to have at least 6 of the people that do what she do. Ain't finna be but 2 of them. Because one person is sick. He ended up leaving early and got sick today. One of the other people, she putting in her 7th day off or something. And so that's only leaving it with her and the other person. So it's too much going on all fronts. I'm sick and tired of all of them. So anyway, I went and found them. I told her, I was like, well, I'm finna go. I said, well, you know what? When I was on my break, I told her, I was like, you know what? Let me text her. I said, I got her number, because she brought up the woman's name. I said, I got her number. Let me text her. And then I thought about it. I was like, dang it, I never texted her. We talked on the phone. I was like, but I still had the phone number in my phone. So I told her, I said, I found the number. I'll let you know what she say. So she didn't text me back. So that's what she ended up telling her, when she sees me, to let me know, because she knew that I had to pass by there in order to, start leaving out. So I went and I'm looking for her. She ain't nowhere to be found. As soon as I was about to ask somebody about her, she saw me. I don't know how she saw me, y'all. She saw me through a wall. I don't know. But anyway, I hear her calling my name. So I go back around the corner. It's her. I was like, I was just looking for you. Anyway, we go into this room because she wants to be in this vacant room, because she gets very passionate, which means she gets really loud. And so she was like, hey. So she explained to me about the 60 hours, which I figured that's what it was. But they changed stuff so much. I told that other person, I said, I don't want to lie to you, because they changed stuff with the quickness. I don't know. So I don't want to make it seem like one thing is the truth if it's not the truth anymore. So I don't want to lie to you, but this should still stand. And it did. So she told me, when I ran into her, because she tired, I said, I know you tired. I said, you need to go ahead and drag on up out of here. She was like, that's exactly what I'm going to do, because I can't do nothing. I'm so tired. I'm so sleepy. So I told her, I said, I'm actually on my way to go see her right now. I'll tell you what she said. She kept saying, please make sure you tell me what she said. I said, okay. So people be thinking I just be talking. I'm about action. I do not have time for the foolishness. So anyway, we talking. And we got that squared away. So for whatever reason, she wanted to talk to me. Like, that was literally something she could have texted me back. So she wanted to talk to me more. And I'm like, I be looking at her like, you do not want me to talk. You don't want me to talk. So she over here basically saying to me that she wants me to, like, be a part of one of these meetings that they have, because she is just as passionate, if not more passionate, about a lot of the stuff that's going on, because we've been getting screwed out of having our 2 days off and all this other stuff. So she actually was supposed to be on her way to leave out of the building to go somewhere else that is work related. And if she's late, she's going to get in trouble. But she really wanted to talk to me. So I just kept saying little stuff because I'm like, ain't no reason for me to I feel like I'm going to waste my breath. So what's the reason? So she kept saying, like, just say it. Just tell me what you was going to say. Like, just be brief. But I mean, I want to know, get the gist of what you're saying. So one of the things I brought up to her was, I said, because I kept telling her, I was like, you ain't going to want to hear it and nobody's going to do it. So ain't no reason. So I said to her, I was like, I don't understand why we can't have it where we're just doing, like, for instance, Mondays through Thursdays, 10-hour days, and we sign up if we want to work on a Friday or on a Saturday. And if you get enough people, then you say, okay, we'll have enough people to do these specific things. So let's go on ahead and have the place open. And that's what we will do. If you don't get enough people, it's okay, because you still got everything that you needed done within those 4 days, because all 3 shifts will be rotating and doing those things. So, and I said, because I told her straight up, I said, in my opinion, I feel like doing that would get the ball rolling and straighten everything else out. Everything else would level itself out and even itself out if you were to start with stuff like that. This man looking in my mouth, Jesus Christ. So anyway, I'm just like, I don't understand why we can't do that, because that would eliminate people calling out so much, people leaving so much, and people who have been assigned saying, I ain't got time for this, y'all get on my nerves, and we being burnt out. I feel like you would get us in there and we would be alert. You would get us in there and we wouldn't mind being in there, because we know we don't have to say, dang, am I going to have to pull a 12-hour shift today? Am I going to get, like, we literally go in hoping that we can get our days off. We should not have to walk in there and say, I wonder if I'm going to have to work over today, because I do have a doctor's appointment, or I do have a recital that I got to go to, or I do have somewhere I got to be. Like, a lot of people have been looking crazy because they think they going to be off. Okay. Somebody call out, somebody gets sick, whatever the situation is ends up happening, right? So they get screwed. So now you got to sit up here and use your time, which you should not have to do. I should not have to use my time to say, like now, I know I'm going to a festival, right? I'm going to be gone. I'm going to work the day of the festival. I'm going to work that entire day. Now, on that day, on a Saturday, I'm going to be the second from the top, okay? Which means, worst case scenario for me that day will be that I will have to work over, or I will have to come in early. But what they gonna know is that at the beginning, right when I come in that Tuesday for that week, leading up to it, I'm putting in to have that Sunday and that Monday off, because y'all not finna screw me and think that I'm finna come in and be half dead after I've been where I've been, because I don't have to tell y'all where I've been. First of all, I don't. I can have a life outside of this place, and I'm going to have a life outside of this place. That's my thing. Like, it's like, y'all want to make it seem like, okay, we got to get all this stuff done. We got to do this. We got to do that. Okay, but I need to have a life, though. Don't come at me like, oh, but you're getting money. You're getting paid. And on your 6th day, you're getting time and a half. And on your 7th day, if you choose to work, you get double time. I don't care. I want time away from y'all. I get sick and tired of seeing the side heifer. I get sick and tired of smelling the side heifer's partner. I don't want to see y'all every day. That is not what I aim to do with my life. I like having my time to myself. I keep missing out on stuff that's going on around me because I got to prepare myself for work. I already got ignorant people who don't even supposed to be living in my building, disturbing my peace. So I got to come home and hope I can get some sleep. So outside of that, y'all, my throat is dry. That's why I'm screaming and I ain't got no water in it. Well, I got a gallon of water in the trunk. Y'all excuse me. What is that? Is that a bee? Anyway, y'all. So I'm just like, y'all working a mule out of somebody, and y'all think somebody, I don't want no parts, baby. I don't want no parts of it. I'm tired. Like, that's why I'm like, y'all don't understand. That's not any incentive for me. That's not an incentive to me. I've worked at other jobs where I pretty much did not have a choice but to volunteer to come in. Now, back then, I was volunteering, which is different from y'all making it mandatory for me to have to come in. And I should never have to say to myself, dang, in order for me to get a couple of more dollars to put gas in my tank or for me to eat, I need to come in to work. Even though I don't want to be up in there, I know what kind of foolishness I'm going to be in for. I don't want no parts of that. I don't want no parts of that. Because I feel like I become more grounded. I can even out the way I need to because I'm not around y'all. Especially when y'all be having it where I gotta link up and be in the same room and in the same, on the same, dealing with the same, that raggedy heifer. Why would y'all think that I want to be coming in there? Y'all be having me to come in on my day off. Every week, y'all, every week, when they think they gonna get me for a Monday, they make a point to put me and the side heifer together. No, I don't want no parts of it. I don't want no parts of that. I don't know why y'all think that I want to come in on my day off and deal with ignorant folks. No, I want time to myself. I don't care if I'm looking at a wall. I don't care if I'm off and looking at a wall. I will do that, and I have done that before because I was happy that I didn't have to see y'all. Y'all, I'm sorry. Let me calm down. Because it's like, I'm like, all y'all people that's up front, lucky y'all, but y'all ain't doing what we doing. Y'all excuse me, I'm not sick. My throat is really, really dry. So I'm just like, when it snow and the snow ain't too bad, y'all expect us to still come in, okay? Y'all don't have to. Y'all can work from home. We can't. And y'all expect us to come in under all this treacherous, excuse me. Dang, my mouth got me sounding crazy. But y'all want us to come in with all this treacherous weather conditions going on and all of that. No, y'all want me to risk my life, tear up my car. No, I'm not doing it. Then that means I have to really, when I know I can do it, when I know if I leave like a couple of minutes early to get to work because it might be a little snow, but I know it's not going to have me snowed in and it ain't going to be no sleet and no ice and stuff like that, that's fine. But 8 years ago on my birthday, finna be 9 years ago, I got snowed in for my birthday. When I turned 30, I was snowed in for a week. Like, that's how bad the snow, and it snowed and sleeted, then it snowed and sleeted on top of that. It like snowed and sleeted, like, I don't know how many different times on top of the other. I was like, oh God. Could not get out for a week. And I'm just like, no. Anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. So I'm talking to her, and I'm saying to her, y'all don't get no incentives. Y'all don't understand that there are people who, if it wasn't for them, nothing is going to run. Nothing is going to happen. And they know that, and they tired of y'all forcing them, talking about it's mandatory for me to come in 7 days a week when I ain't really supposed to work but 3 or 4. But you talking about mandatory. I'm tired. I want to spend time with my family. And the people be tired, and they walk out. Or they don't come in at all and call out and say, I'm tired. And then you end up doing what? You still defeated. The purpose was still defeated. Because you thought you was going to work the mule out of everybody and get all this extra stuff done, and ain't nothing get done. Nothing was getting done. Because I was telling her, I was like, there's so many instances where people in specific, like outside of my department, I told y'all, the married man, he come in. He will come in 7 days a week. If they put his name up there and say mandatory, he come in 7 days a week. If they tell him he got to stay over, he stay over. He do it. All them other people that do the job he do, nope, they say ain't doing it. All of them walk out. All of them walk out in the middle of the shift. All of them call out. They don't care. And they end up not running because they don't have other people who can do it. And so she gonna say, oh, so she basically was talking about coverage. I'm like, yeah, coverage is fine. But when it comes to them, I'm talking about outside of coverage, people are tired. We don't have time for you to sit up here working a mule out of us, so we not getting our days. And so she was like, trust me. Because I was telling her, I said, I'm sick and tired of not getting my days. And when I say days, I mean the days that are supposed to be dedicated to me, my supposed 2 days off. And while I'm in the middle of time, she was like, I promise you. Like, she kept getting closer and closer. She was like, I promise you, I'm working on that, I'm working on that, I'm working on that, I promise you. I was like, I hear you, but I don't believe nothing. I'm sorry, I don't believe nothing. I'm tired. All of us are tired. And the last thing I said, I don't know why stuff be coming in my mind. They'll be understanding. I told her, I said, you do not want me in none of these meetings. I'm trying to tell you, because they are not going, I told her they are not going to be receptive to no 4 days a week, which would actually make sense. Like, in their mind, they think, 7 days a week, unless it's like certain holidays, we need to run full force and all of this. And I'm like, you're not getting the productivity that you're supposed to get. There are certain things that are happening that, and I brought up something else to her, which is, I told y'all about this before. When I first got hired on and they were walking us around, showing us all kinds of stuff, one of the things they show us was this paper that they update every single time something changes. And that paper started out with $12,000 on it. Everybody individually, at the most, every quarter can get $12,000 outside of their paycheck. So do you understand how buck my eyes got? I said $12,000. Oh, I already was planning on getting this car, a car. I was gonna pay for a car. I was gonna put a good down payment on a good car that it was gonna be almost paid off, because I was gonna save other money. By the time the new quarter was over with, I was gonna have that was gonna be my down payment / part of the payment that was needed to pay off the car, and money I would save was gonna pay off the rest of the car. I was like, oh, so what you telling me is I'm gonna get a nice, gently used vehicle. That's what I'm gonna get. Oh, okay, that's what you telling me. This is something I can do every couple of months. Cool. Y'all, now by the time I came in there, it was maybe down to like 10,000, 8,000 or something like that. I'm like, oh, I can still work with that. I can still make something shake. That's fine. I can do that. That's all right. Y'all, it got to a point every day. And when I tell y'all, it was constantly being updated. Anytime anything wasn't the way it was supposed to be, it counts against you. And mainly, like I said, those people who walk out, 99% of the issues were them. So why am I getting penalized for somebody that ain't got nothing to do with me? And their response was, oh, well, they are still a part of your department. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm doing my job. So why, again, am I being penalized? Don't tell me it's because these people are part of my department. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I'm doing everything that is well within my realm. Everything that I am supposed to do. How you gonna punish me for something somebody else ain't doing? That's what I'm saying. And it's not fair. I don't like that. I understand life ain't fair, whatever. I'm just saying, money is involved, honey. I need money. If I wasn't gonna put any of the money down on a car, I'm trying to send half of it to my folks. Why can't I get this money to send this money to my folks? I'm trying to throw this money in their account. I'm trying to do things for my family. I'm trying to do things that are going to better our lives. But I can't do that because of other people who ain't got nothing to do with me. So anyway, I straight up told her, oh, excuse me. Yes, I did put it back in my mouth because this gets washed every week. And it just got washed, what? Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, I watch this every week. So, I mean, I'm me. And I don't put it nowhere except places where I have cleaned. And when I'm at work, where I have my disinfect, I have, what's that stuff called? something band. Y'all know what it is. The orange one. Anyway, I spray that. It's great for surfaces and all that good stuff. So, I mean, I'm not worried about nothing being on here. Anyway, so one of the last things I brought up to her was incentives. And I said no. And when I say incentives, I mean real incentives. And I told her, I said I work part-time somewhere else and I had a full-time job. And when I was at that part-time job for like 2 or 3 months straight, I did not have to spend money out of my pocket. I went to the gas station, filled up my tank. I paid for Christmas gifts, all paid for with the incentives money that I was getting. This ain't no, and I straight up told her, I said, I don't want no hamburger, hot dog, and all this other stuff that y'all be giving. I don't want none of that. I don't even participate 99% of the time when y'all do that. Now, one time, like 2 or 3 times, they had these food trucks. Look, that fish was good. The look, people was telling me about certain things. And so, like, when it came to that barbecue was good. Okay, then. I had some, like, pulled chicken or something. The sauce that they made from scratch was good. But, in my defense, the first time I had it, I had just got there. So, I mean, but now I'm there. And I don't really participate in none of that stuff no more, especially the other day. Like, last Sunday, that their appreciation for us was the hot dogs and hamburgers. I can buy my own hot dog and hamburger. I could buy my own hot dog and hamburger. It probably wasn't seasoned the way it should have been or none of that. I don't need meat anyway. You need to give other options. You need to think about what other people up in there need to be eating. Because I don't want that. If you gon', like I told them before they even had it, I said, I don't care nothing about that. If you going to have some food, give me the money or buy me the alkaline food that I have on the list that I want you to buy. Because I don't want this hamburger and this hot dog. Anyway, so I told her straight up. I said, that is real incentive to me. Those are the type of incentives that make me want to come to work. Those are the type of incentives that make me question whether or not I should call out. Because I know I'm going to get a good incentive. I'm going to get some good money. This company, when I told y'all, this company makes billions, possibly trillions. They definitely make billions. Y'all make way too much money to sit up here and think you're going to work the mule out of me and I'm supposed to be happy with a piece of pizza here and there, some cookies here and there. I didn't ask you for that. I don't need no cookie. Y'all see how fat? I don't need no cookie. I don't care about no cookie. This dummy finna come park right next to me. This heifer don't know how to drive. Lord. Anyway, this heifer, I just can't. I can't. People just don't know how to drive. Lord. So anyway, I'm just saying this. I ain't got time for it. If it ain't no real incentive, leave me out of it. That's why when I walked in there and got me some more ice for my spring water, I was like, yeah, I don't want no parts of this, and walk right out. Because people are like, oh, did you go get some food? No, I don't care nothing about that, man. Run me the money. Run me the money. Run me all this money that y'all gonna get for the taxes. Because y'all finna get write-offs. Good old tax write-offs for all of this stuff y'all do like this. Y'all get tax write-offs for it. Run me the money for all of that. Run me that. How about that? So I'm just like, y'all ain't getting over. I'm not these other people. So anyway, but she was just like, oh my God, like everything I was saying to her, she was all the way here for it, or at least she was acting like she was here for it. And I'm like, I don't believe anything is gonna happen. So she keep inviting me to come to these little things so that I could talk. She said, you just don't understand. I'm basically begging you. Like, I really want you to come. I feel like it's gonna be a waste of my time. And like I already told y'all, I like my time away from there. So if I already feel like it's gonna be a waste of my time, y'all excuse me. I keep on spitting my little stuff out. Y'all see I ain't coughing no more. So I ended up putting one of these little things in my mouth. Excuse me. I'm not trying to be nasty. So I'm just saying, she over here trying to recruit me to come to these little things they have. And I'm like, man, I straight up told her, I don't feel like anything is going to change. I feel like it's going to be a waste of my breath. And I already told her all of the things, all the issues that they are having currently would come to almost a halt if the schedule would be the way that I said it should be. We actually having days off like we should. Like, as much as I would rather not, deal with, having to work on the weekends. I mean, not have to, as much as I'm fine with working on weekends. But if we had where I could get days off, at least one of my weekdays off, that's fine. Sometimes Saturdays, because depending on what it is, I can get something done on a Saturday too. But it has to be done super early. But depending on what it is, around here, it ain't gonna get done. But I need at least one weekday to do what I need to do. I should not have to sit up here and take off left and right because of y'all. I'm just saying. But anyway, y'all, I'm just saying. She trying to make it seem like you don't understand. You don't understand. Oh my gosh, I love every time we talk. Da, 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 da. I'm like, I don't really care about what you're saying right now, because I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And then she basically was like, because they just did the realignment, changing our schedules, that, right now the 4 days a week might not work. And I'm like, I don't care. Then she gonna tell me that they are gonna start doing the no force week, which I told y'all before, I don't know how long ago, that they did for the other people that they were testing all of this realignment crap out with, where whatever your designated week is, that it says your no force week, that means that that's the particular week that they cannot draft you to work over or come in early. If you volunteer, that's fine. And they trying to make it seem like it's working, and I'm like, yeah, okay. When these people telling me out their own mouths that it ain't really much better and it might be worse. It's like one person telling me one thing and the other person telling me something else. And I feel like the people who making it seem like it's working are the people who are getting over in some way, because their no force week happens on a week when it's a situation where you don't want to come in already, but now you the one who got to come in and not them. And they ain't got to deal with the massive foolishness that's on the way. But anyway, y'all, I will keep y'all updated. The woman who wanted to know the answer to the question, she actually waited, because I told her, I said, well, it shouldn't take too long, because unless she has a meeting, it shouldn't take that long. So we ended up talking like maybe 10-15 minutes. So I didn't think she was out there. The woman saw me, pulled out of her parking spot. She done upgraded her car, so I didn't know it was her. So I'm looking down and I'm walking in my car, and she done rolled up. She was like, what did she say? I was like, oh my gosh. So I told her what happened, and I told her, that everything is a go, because she wanted to make sure that she could do what she needed to do for her 60 hours, because she has to work 5 days, 12 hours, because they don't have anybody. So she's going to get her 2 days off, but she's going to be exhausted. She's already exhausted coming in the way it is now. Like the way hers is going, she has to come in early every single day. So she's exhausted and she's tired of her spirit. It's too much stuff going on. When I tell y'all that woman is tired. It don't make no sense. So this week, which again, like I said, nobody should have to do this. This week, when Saturday come, I think she said she putting in a vacation day. And then after that, I think the only way that you don't get screwed out of your 7th day being off or your 60 hours is if you use a vacation day. Now, if you just call out, you get screwed and you got to come on in if you thought you was going to use one day. Now with her, she's going to already have worked the 60 hours, so she's safe. But if it had been somebody like me and like I took off and it wasn't a PTO or whatever, something like that, like if I did that on a Saturday. No, if I did that on Sunday, I would have to come in Monday and I would get straight pay. I would not even get them picking it up and making it just a day, time and a half or whatever, even though that's technically my 7th day and not my normal work day. It's just too much. So anyway, y'all, I told her, what she wanted to know. And I told her that if everything goes according to plan, from the way that we've been talking, if they do what she talking like, if she talking the way she talking right now and everybody else gets on board, it might be some good things coming in the future, and that I would let her know what they were. But I don't want to get nobody hopes up. But I just don't want to get nobody hopes up, because I'm not even finna get my own hopes up, because she over here talking about she really working hard so we can get our days. And I'm like, I'm talking about my 2 days, which, like I told y'all before, essentially ain't even really that. Because for them to factor it as 2 days is half of the last day that I worked that I'm off, not factoring in the time that I sleep, And then the time that I'm not doing anything, that first half of the morning and the afternoon of the next day, leading into what's about to be my new day of the week. But anyway, y'all, I done bored y'all long enough. It was just so much stuff that popped off. I'm sorry. Hopefully y'all be having moments that if y'all want to support and, actually watch my channel like that and see what's going on, y'all fast forward or whatever, because I know I be rambling. But it be so much stuff popping off, and I be wanting to let y'all know, and they be getting on my nerves, and I be needing to vent. Y'all, I actually got a little sleep again last night. I went on ahead and I meditated and prayed, and I had my rain playing in the background. I think I slept. Y'all, I went to bed like super early. I was so tired. Like, I closed my eyes, and when I closed my eyes and I woke up, I had like maybe 3 hours left that I could have slept, but I would have been oversleeping. So I don't know. I tried to go back to sleep, but I couldn't. But I got like 4 or 5 hours, which is still good for me with all the chaos that be going on above me. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Have a good day. Bye.